Embedded in the recesses of my mind is the image of the Holy Cross Fathers walking across this campus. In their cassocks, their capes, their biretta, and in their left hand, their grade books and their missals. And the wind blowing and those capes fluttering in the breeze, it was a magnificent and beautiful sight.
The School of Education at the University of Portland continues a Holy Cross mission begun 2 centuries ago to prepare teachers and leaders to educate the whole child. Situated on a bluff overlooking the Willamette River, the University of Portland is located in North Portland, an economically and ethnically diverse community. The university is an anchor to this neighborhood, offering state-of-the-art facilities, research and services, and faculty expertise. In this local environment, the School of Education partners with over 100 schools, providing over 140,000 hours annually of service to P-12 students. The School of Education traces its foundation to the Congregation of Holy Cross. Their leader, Father Basil Moreau, developed an educational approach focused on the whole child. In his words, providing for the heart, hands, and the mind of children. As a cornerstone to whole child education, Father Moreau insisted that teachers and school leaders be professionally prepared in order to most effectively serve students and families. Reflecting this tradition, the School of Education has been a leader in seeking national accreditation in the state of Oregon and was the first private institution in the state to achieve this distinction. The school remains engaged in national and state development of standards-based teacher preparation. Through an array of community partnerships, school-based programming, and the preparation of teachers and school leaders, the focus remains the same: every heart, every mind, every child.
Because I wanted to get in the classroom within the first 3 weeks of my freshman year. I wanted to see what grades I liked, what grades I didn't, if this was really truly the right fit for me, and I feel that UP was the only school that could give me that.
Right away we were starting to work with students. I got to tutor a girl in geometry, and so right away I got to start learning where kids were these days as far as their learning.
We were literally tying everything that we learned about in the previous 4 years at the University of Portland into our practice, and this was the first time that we were officially immersed in that with the students as classroom teachers.
Dr. Arwood just made us really think about what we say, how we say it, tone, all those types of things in a classroom, and that just has carried with me to this day. It's been great for my ESOL endorsement, but it's just going to be invaluable beyond that as well.
I loved my leadership class with Bruce Weitzel. It was a late night class. I remember us just working so hard and really coming together as a cohort in some of those moments where we were all just exhausted and really pushing ourselves to our limits.
Professor Thacker reminded me of a quote from something I had read before, but he wanted to really drive it home with us. The quote, "Read the word, read the world," from Paulo Freire, educational philosopher. And he wrote it in all caps on the board of the classroom and kind of drilled it into our heads to remind us that with any subject we're teaching, and it's especially pertinent to me as an English teacher, but with any subject, that we're not just teaching young people the skills or the understandings, we're also asking them to look at how does that apply to what's going on in life.
Dr. Green, every single day when he left, he would smile and give us a handshake and say, "Hey, great job today, I really appreciated that." And that's something I've transferred in my classrooms, and I think it's one of my kids' favorite parts of the day at the end, just being individually recognized at the end of the day.
Dr. Merck definitely made it a point to make sure we were supported and make sure that we had all the tools that we needed to be successful in order to make sure that our students were getting everything that they could from us out of education. And it was just fun being able to see each other and hear all the great things that were happening and what my friends were doing, because they were doing amazing things while they were teaching.
We felt really prepared because our professors helped us put together a resume and make sure that it looked quality, and they also helped us with interviews. They brought in people to give us mock interviews so that we felt more comfortable with that and knew what to expect.
Once I had my job, I felt supported. I mean, I got an email from Shirley Loesch saying, "Congratulations, we're really proud of you." My professors constantly kept up with me to see how things were going, meeting with me. So I really appreciated that. Dr. Merck even started a first-year teachers kind of support group where we met once a month and we talked about things that were working well and things that maybe we needed some guidance on. So felt very supported even after I had left.
Still to this day, all of my professors still come into my classroom. Dr. Merck, Dr. Green, Dr. Thacker have all been in my classroom multiple times, reading with my kids, getting to know my kids, give me words of advice about how I can improve my own teaching strategies and what has worked for them and in turn can work for me. So they're still helping me every single day.
As a principal that is looking to hire someone, I want someone that is not only passionate, is not only someone that loves children, but really comes from a perspective of our role in community, in life, in our careers is to serve others. And I think that's something unique about University of Portland graduates.
The School of Education at the University of Portland. Shaped by 2 centuries of tradition, we live out our belief that gaps in achievement and social opportunity can be addressed through educators who are skilled and practiced and formed by mission.
Every heart, every mind, every child.